Hey guys, it's Rod from Huntington Company, and on today's video we are going to be taking a look at the best affordable alternative for two of the most popular vintage watches in today's market, the Rolex Submariner and the Omega Seamaster 300. So what we have in front of me is the Rolex Submariner reference 5513 from 1987 and the Omega Seamaster 300 reference 165.024, nicknamed the Big Triangle because of the 12 o'clock. Both of these examples are available in the vintage watch shop over at huntingtoncompany.com, and they do have a price tag of almost $10,000. These examples, depending on the variation, could be had for between $10,000 and $20,000 and even more for some of the more rarer examples. These watches are beautiful and they have true horological significance. Both watches, the Submariner and the Seamaster 300, have military significance, and they also have been seen on James Bond's wrist. But with that being said, where do we go when we want an affordable alternative? And I have the perfect choice in my opinion. The example that I have on my desk today is a tenth of the cost and is still from a popular name that has some of the most affordable watches in both the vintage and modern market, and that's going to be the Bulova Caravelle Sea Hunter. Now, before you click away from this video and think that this is not the best alternative, just hear me out. This example comes from 1969, close to the 1966 Seamaster 300 we have in the vintage watch shop. This watch comes with tritium lume, a 12, 3, 6, and 9, similar to both the Seamaster 300 and the Submariner from the era, and features a manual on movement with a period correct unbranded oyster bracelet. The watch comes in at 36 millimeters, which is the perfect size for a daily watch if that's what you're looking for. And a 36 millimeter watch is kind of the go-to in today's market. With that being said, this is a tenth of the cost. And no, it does not go as deep as both the Seamaster and the Submariner, and they are not as important in the history of horology, but it is still a beautiful watch. Seen with Dauphine hands, this example could also be found with a lollipop second hand and stick, hour, and minute hands. The Caravelle Sea Hunter is actually pretty collectible. Seen with the 666 feet that it dives down to, this watch was nicknamed the Devil Diver. This watch is truly beautiful. It has the same characteristics that you would find with a vintage watch from the 1960s. So yes, it is an homage, but it is more so a heritage watch to these beautiful watches. Keep in mind, this watch was released in the same era, but at the same time it does have its own design style. It is not often that you see a dive watch with Dauphine hands. The lume has puffed up because of the tritium used. The dial has a matte black texture, but not the same as an Omega or a Rolex. The 36 millimeter case is not an oyster case or a twisted lug case like the Seamasters and the Submariners from the era. It's its own case that is often seen with Bulovas and Caravelles. The watch is beautiful, and for a tenth of the cost, I think it truly scratches the itch of a $10,000 to $20,000 vintage dive watch from both Rolex and Omega. Now, no, this did not battle it out for the Comex contract, and again, it does not have any military significance or seen on James Bond's wrist, but that's okay. It's a beautiful watch at the end of the day. For a tenth of the cost, can you really go wrong? This example is also available in the vintage watch shop over at huntingtoncompany.com, and it is a beautiful watch, so make sure you go take a look at it. And again, if you have that itch for a vintage dive watch but don't want to spend thousands of dollars, I really do think that this is the best alternative. Featuring a manual on movement, a thin 36 millimeter case, a beautiful period correct oyster bracelet, and some beautiful tritium lume on a matte black dial. For a few $100s, I don't think you can beat it. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I hope you agreed with me when it comes to an affordable alternative to the Seamaster and Submariner. The Seamaster and Submariner are beautiful watches, but it's not easy to shell out tens of thousands of dollars for a vintage watch, or any watch at that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.